Welcome to Swaziland. Before we begin, there are a few things to know about the terrain. Swaziland is divided into velds, or levels of elevation, high, middle, and low. Additionally, Swaziland is divided into 4 administrative regions: Lubombo, Hoho, Manzini, and the Shishoweni.
Lubombo is probably the hottest of all of the regions. It has a lot of lowlands in it, except for the people that are on the extreme east, and they're in like the high veld because they're up on a plateau.
Lubombo is a lot of times coined as the poorest region. It's been very hit by the drought in the past few years, so people can't grow much food. It's very rural, and because people have less contact maybe with the modern world, it feels, you can see it more, I think. I think you see the sickness and the way that it impacts life a little bit more in the rural areas than you do in, say, Manzini.
So there's the high veld, and that's like the mountains, higher elevation, basically. So the climate is cooler. Average summer day gets up to about 90 highs, and it cools off quite a bit at night. It rains a lot, and it's pretty green throughout the year. Economically, this area is doing a lot better than other areas of Swaziland, just because of the fact that there's natural resources like rain. Baban's the capital city.
If you can't find things like clothes, electronics, some really nice food stuff to cook with, if you can't find it anywhere else in the country, Baban is probably your best place to look. Has the nicest shops, not always the best prices, but if you're really desperate for something that you just aren't going to find in one of the more rural towns, Baban's probably your best place to look.
Manzini region is mostly mid-veld and high-veld. There's a lot of rolling hills and sort of like lush valleys and farmland, and it's cold in the winters and really hot in the summers, but it also has just like every fruit that you can get in Swaziland because it has an adequate amount of rainfall. Manzini City is the main shopping town. There's internet. There's actually 3 grocery stores that are just like a supermarket almost that you would have at home.
We've got a really big market, the Manzini Market, which has lots of souvenir-like things, but also really cool arts and crafts that are very traditional Swazi.
It's really chaotic sometimes, especially the last Friday of the month. I think the whole country is pretty much in Manzini. It has a great vibe. It depends on what bus rank you go to, but there's like people yelling at you and excitement. There's great women that sell produce, and it feels more like you're living in Swaziland.
Shishoweni is the southernmost part of the country, and it actually has the highest rate of HIV in the country and the highest rate of new infections. So there's a lot of need for Peace Corps volunteers down here. The region includes all of the different climate zones, I guess. So there's low veld, mid veld, and high veld. So in some places they get frost, and in some places it's 100 degrees in the summer, and so it's a lot of variation. Most of the NGOs don't actually work down here because we're so far away from the cities. Hlangano is our closest shopping town, so there's a grocery store, and then there's a lot of what we call indali shops, which are, they sell everything shops. Like you can buy shoes and a DVD player and a BB gun at the same store. And then there's an internet cafe, and there's a few little other shops, like a really great little restaurant that sells fried chicken. It's pretty much all there is to Hlangano.